I went full-time creating content 8 years ago, and it changed my life. But the next big chapter in it starts today. I am no longer exclusive on Facebook, partly because I was wrong. Of course, we've built one of the best niches, and I won't be leaving. But before I get into what that means and my future, I think it's finally time I put together the story so far. Many of you who have been watching know most of, but most people have probably missed. Just before I quit my job, I was at E3 in 2016, and during the Battlefield 1 worldwide reveal, while I was playing with Snoop Dogg,
yeah, Snoop.
Hey man, teamwork make a dream work.
Facebook announced that you could stream games there. And I really was the only one to bite, mainly because I had seen how many people were on Facebook and the potential at the time. The year leading up to this, I was absolutely blowing up on it. But it was hard to justify creating there because it obviously meant losing revenue since there was no monetization nor cut from the ads that they earned off of you at the time. And most people laughed at me, saying that I was wasting my time that could be spent elsewhere or losing views that I could be getting over on YouTube. I have always told everyone on this that I saw it as an investment into my future and how I could build a bigger audience. And even with things going well, it was still a massive risk though, because I had just hit my all-time peak on YouTube. And I wanted to quit my day job, so I needed revenue. But it took me so much work to get into that position, I surely wasn't gonna risk it all. See, I had been building YouTube for 5 years nonstop, starting back in 2011.
This is my first video I am posting on YouTube on my channel.
I remember my first big milestone.
I just wanted to say thank you because I finally reached over 100 subscribers. 100 is a lot, man.
On my little setup in college, with my first real traction from my codcasting And We Are Live series.
And we are live, and I will be your commentator for this gameplay.
That went well until 100 videos later, I finally started seeing some real improvement.
As you guys know, this is my 100th video.
I was uploading more, improving my skills as a professional caster.
Final kill cam and show my mom moving in, and there it is! Mom! Get in here! Check this out! Coming around the corner, I managed to pick it up with the FAL, getting shots on with the Pow Pow 1-2 KO.
Adapting to new games led me to Battlefield to start my YOLO series.
We began a lot of earthquakes in this area as well. Try and keep yourself away from buildings. We got earthquake, everybody get down!
And after almost 2 years, just one share of my video over on Reddit sent me to number 3 on the homepage of the site.
I'm hit! I'm hit! Mayday! Mayday! I am going down! 5 minutes, that's it, I promise. All right, I just got intel from HQ. ETA 5 minutes to bedtime, boys. Let's wrap it up.
I can't see me screen.
Exploding my channel to a height that I quite literally only ever dreamed of when I had first started. I kept at videos, but also started doing Twitch for 2 years. I realized though how inefficient it was to grow there, and not having the time to stream the hours that I needed to, I decided to try and make YouTube streaming a thing. They even made a gaming app at the time, and while it wasn't super popular as a whole, it did do very well for me. That was when I made the switch to PC after graduating from college. I went straight to working 50 hours a week, full-time in an office, dedicating all of my free time to content. And like I said, it was paying off at my record height. I was hitting that all-time high again on the regular.
2013, my channel blew up. YOLO on the Battlefield, classic. And I'm just about back at the point of averaging now the amount of views that I got in that crazy viral period.
I helped launch one of the biggest games at the time, Battlefield 1.
You can see Stone Mountain there just behind. He's making sure that, yeah.
This is me, man, this is me. We got it, dude, we got it, captured.
I've got to really concentrate.
So, I finally quit my job.
I've quit my job to now spend more time doing this.
But I now had a wife.
She showed up in a video too.
I did. You're welcome.
And Bear showed up on some streams too.
A mortgage, and I had to keep finding more ways to grow, especially with more time now. So I took the risk leaning in on Facebook, and it was working.
My Facebook page blew up from 5,000 likes to over 500,000.
Just in a year. That growth was insane. It had taken me 4 years to get to that 5K, but this was how I could hit that next level. So a few months go by, and I became the first Facebook gaming partner. This is while I was using the first multi-streaming tools, Patreon as the real hub for my community. We got that up to 1,500 Mountaineers in a year of running it. But there was also a lot of limitations back then. And on Facebook, viewership, features, quality improvements, everything kept on rolling in. Tons of new partners are signed over from other streaming platforms. And eventually, I even got signed exclusive with them for my streams. I'll be streaming exclusively on Facebook Gaming. So I shut down Patreon and Discord with a lot of promise for future updates to even surpass them. I expanded my team, the amount of videos that I was posting, more YouTube channels. I saw Facebook as my shot to be at the front of a new wave. Performance of content tripled. Anything that I had before, doing community tourneys on PUBG led to the wave of Fortnite, where I even got invited to the first ever in-person competition, placed 4th. Then Apex came out of nowhere. I even hosted my own in-person tournament at a PAX event. Platform streaming wars were ramping up like crazy. Streamers were getting signed over to Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. And then in 2019, I also created Pipeline to help other creators learn, connect, build their businesses. Now, all Zygo Media, which does way more. But then, of course, the perfect storm came in 2020. My first child is on the way. That we are having a baby.
A baby.
The world locked down. And of course, Warzone came out. I smashed every record that I had by a mile the next 2 years. Average viewership climbed to 10 to 15,000 daily, with still my record peak viewer count there. We even broke Facebook when we crossed 10,000 subscribers for the first time. That introduced a bug on my channel. That still has never been fixed for me. Oh, this is broken, bro. Every single comment. I doubled my hours live. We did more charity events than ever, including my own $100,000 charity event, my first ever Moving Mountains tournament.
The champions of the first ever Moving Mountains $100,000 charity tournament.
I got to meet so many incredible athletes, artists, other creators, and have been able to feature others in these events, my best clip series, videos, ultimately building up the Facebook page to 3.5 million followers. And I thought there was still plenty of room to go, especially with the lack of still so many basic features. Ultimately for me though, I was wrong. Facebook and the audience's interests shifted. And not to say that it's over. Just like many tech stocks, they had insanely massive layoffs. And since streaming was already a relatively low prio for the platform with a lot of turnover too, when this happened, it seemed like we lost a lot more support. Less people were even allowed to watch the content because the Facebook gaming app was shut down, the ability to watch on TVs was disabled. Already slow updates became non-existent, especially for what I was looking for. Even now, 8 years in, they never integrated with Discord. They won't allow picture-in-picture watching on mobile, which is where the vast majority of people watch, and many of the bugs we are still facing. So understandably, a lot of people lost hope and moved on. I know many other creators had a worse experience, though. A lot were even brought over from other platforms, leaving behind their audiences and really committed to Facebook. But especially those who were even organically grown on Facebook. Many made a full-time career out of just a couple of years there, and a lot ended up leaving to switch platforms. And while there also were many wins during that time that still last to today, I think it's safe to say that a lot of people were just hoping for more. I knew it was a risk though, especially since I had been through the ups and downs on YouTube before, which is also why I never stopped here. Or on Instagram, I built up a TikTok, etc. I've always tried to diversify my investments. And honestly, even still today, all of these platforms still carry a lot of risk. And I'm happy that Facebook could be a big part of this for me now, and I'm still able to have a huge audience there. And to be clear, this is not just Facebook. I think the landscape of content creation is very different now. Hackers have absolutely been an element of this. People cheating in multiplayer and competitive games are more widespread than it has ever been. This guy's actually using a floor loot C58 on a 28 bar. While less people even want to play multiplayer games because of this, viewers also don't even trust what they are seeing in clips, and I am constantly called a cheater on any of my big clips now. Battle Royale games in general, too, are not as popular as what they once were. Many people are looking for the next big thing. Me too. And a lot of people just don't have time anymore. New stages of life, especially with new kids and family. I know firsthand on this one. It's your birthday, honey. Yeah. Of course, it's also due to my decisions that I chose to make for my family as a father and husband, spending the weekends and all of my extra time that I used to devote to content, now with them. Also, choosing not to swap to short form for my main version of content. And while I have been playing a lot of new games and made a whole channel for it, I also haven't really innovated my content as much as I have in the past, which is part of the changes that you've seen in the last couple of months here. So I was wrong, maybe too optimistic, but that's also usually how I am. Also just in a new stage of life. And while everything has dropped down, I am still so proud of what I made of it and found so many wins along the way. And it's still not over. Just time to make some nice additions. What does the future hold? First, know that myself and the whole team will be watching analytics and messages. I'm working with all of you on this, and there will be adjustments, I'm sure. But I feel like we really have a shot to build one of the best communities in gaming here. I think we already have one of the best. Baseline, content is expanding though. The streams that I do weekdays will continue and now be live on my main YouTube channel as well. Upgraded to 1440p with DVR, any device, picture-in-picture included, plus instantly available after the rewatch, and I am keeping my other channels with Warzone, Reacts, and party content still rolling. After 5 years, I am also repartnered on Twitch, and all my streams are going there too. So watch on your favorite spot. But even better, I have reopened my Discord server. This will be the central hub for the community finally, once again. Especially with Twitch, YouTube not having great community tools like groups that we've been using, and with the accessibility via the integrations on Xbox and PlayStation directly now, this is going to be an even greater place to find games, and hang out, as well as join in events and giveaways. I want to bring back and find more ways to do some of the insane community content like 50v50s, death races, zombies, some of which we have just started doing again. Open the door! Close the door! Close the door! Go, go, we gotta go! And make these custom experiences through gaming that you can only really get with an amazing crew of players. Even empower others in the community to lead events here too would be sick. I have some custom things being built for the Discord right now, but there's just so much more room for development and tools here. I'm excited to see what we could do, and any suggestions you guys have, let us know. I will not, though, be bringing back Patreon. YouTube has memberships built right in now with everything that we had over there and way more. Same goes for Twitch. And both platforms directly connect with Discord for extra perks in the server anyways. And if you want to still go around these streaming platforms entirely, you can even sub directly in my Discord now, where you will soon be able to still send those same monthly alerts like the platforms. I have a separate chat feed integrated into what I'm reading every day for the same experience, and a lot of exciting stuff in the works here. And I'm also not leaving Facebook. I still think it could be so much more if they ever get some of these problems fixed, and I still reach millions of people a month there. With Facebook giving me 100% sub split too, or they don't take a cut, I'm not abandoning all those people that are still there. Any content that I post on Discord will be shared there too. And while it's not perfect, I will say it has come a very long way from what it was when I first started there. And we've made an incredible slice out of it. If you listen to me this far, give me a teamwork, make a dream work in the comments. I am going to be reading them all on this one, I assure you. Or let me know how you found the channel, where you found it. I really just hope you are excited by the news. I really, with this, just wanted to capture this moment for myself to look back on as I have with so many of my other videos, but also give people that are new around here some insight from what shaped this place, because it is a very different spot. If you're new to this channel, welcome from me and all the Mountaineers here. This is one of the best times ever to join in, as you can tell. I know many of you have seen my videos over the years, though, or maybe even watched, maybe even subscribed. Maybe you've been waiting for me to return. Welcome back. If you never left and you're hyped, ready to ride into the next chapter with me, then thank you for vibing with me. I am so grateful. I've always said this, the main reason that I'm at where I am is because of you guys sharing my content, and that still holds true. I've heard from a couple people over the years that I helped inspire them on their journey, not only in content, but just life, which is crazy. I'm by no means perfect, but I've worked hard and not given up. And I hope that my climb of the mountain and sharing this helps to inspire too. To many people, I am a loser playing games all day. I need to get a real job, but I just call it living the dream.